You're welcome back to Business Incorporated on Channels Television. Let's take you back to the financial markets. Mr. Bismarck Rouani, a renowned financial analyst and chief executive of the Financial Derivatives Company, has been speaking on the state of Nigeria's financial markets. Mr. Rouani tells the audience of capital markets, self-regulatory agencies, operators and participants about the importance of contact development, regulatory vigilance and markets discipline.
I think it's important to spend a few minutes talking about the impact of economic policy on the Nigerian capital markets and its performance. Where are we today as far as Nigerian economy is concerned? There's some work that was done by the DFID and some others and described the Nigerian economy in this transition from oil windfall to oil shortfall. Economic policy has changed, and the outcomes have also, and expectations have also changed. No doubt about it, the R word is a common word, which is Nigeria is in what I call a mild to deepening recession. We've had 3 consecutive quarters of increasing negative growth, and we've had contraction of economic activity, we've had higher unemployment, and we have financial system weakness. The last time I checked, there were 14 broad indicators, both leading and coincidental and lagging indicators. Of these 14 indicators, 2 were green, 2 were amber, and 10 were red. And that tells you where we are. Now, the oil windfall to oil shortfall is not new to Nigerian economic cycles. The only thing is that in the past, after a shortfall, we had a quick recovery of oil prices and we got back to our old ways. We learned nothing and we did nothing and we waited for the next crisis to arise. Now, this one is different. We've been here for 2 years and I dare say the recessionary gap started a couple of years ago. Now, we have a situation where the adjustment process is going to take much longer. A lot of guys are here. I'm very happy that the capital market operators, of which I also participate, is full of this room is full. And considering where we came from in 2008, what our market capitalization was at that time, divided by 115, which was the dollar value at that time, and you take what it is today, and you divide it by 315 or 400 or whichever rate you want to use, you'll find out our markets have actually tanked. And that people are here today is still a miracle. Now, but the oil windfall to shortfall story raises 3 major issues. Now, this adjustment will affect the ordinary Nigerians quite significantly. And President Buhari came on a platform of actually carrying the flag of the ordinary Nigerian. But there are 3 categories of people and this adjustment impact. First of all, there are those in Nigeria whom we call those who are born poor. So the adjustment will make them poorer and make them more belligerent. There are those who have been rich and affluent who are going to become poor due to the devaluation of the currency. And then there are those who are likely to become poor in the future. So there are 3 categories. Those who are born poor were already poor, those who are going to be impacted by poverty, by the adjustment, and those who are going to become poor because they refuse to accept the adjustment is inevitable. Having said that, we now have to see how economic policy is going to be used to address these issues, to change the Nigerians' saving function, production function, investment function, and consumption function. We know that the capital market plays a major role in this process. And how did it start? It started first and foremost with indigenization, which was selling of from foreign companies' interest to Nigerians, followed by state-owned enterprises being privatized, followed by some commercialization, followed by Soludo's bold step to reform the banking sector and increase banking capitalization. Then came the crash. Then we have been stuck at the bottom for a long period in what we call a U-shaped recession. No easy way out, no silver bullet. But what has happened is that we've had a commodity crisis become a currency crisis, which has manifested itself in a full-blown economic crisis. Anybody who's waiting for a silver bullet Anybody who thinks that this is going to end very soon has another thing coming. Japan had an L-shaped recession and stayed there for 17 years. So, but that's not going to happen here. For me and most economists, many of who are here, believe that we will start seeing the early symptoms of a recovery sometime in 2017, towards the end of 2017 into 2018.
Bismarck Rwani, the Chief Executive of the Financial Derivatives Company Limited, talking about the state of the Nigerian financial markets. In Egypt, a tech startup is encouraging Alexandria residents to recycle their waste by installing machines that will give them free mobile minutes and supermarket coupons in return for their rubbish. The project aims to reduce the government's burden of dealing with waste and raise public awareness about environmentally friendly lifestyles. The purpose of the Green Tech Collection Center is to encourage people to rethink the way in which they deal with waste.
We've set up this collection center, which is a way to directly engage with the public, who can now bring their empty bottles of juice or shampoo or cans or whatever, and we encourage them by giving them a receipt that they can cash for prizes when they collect enough points. The prizes vary from phone credit to children's books.
The prizes also include pots and seeds, and Green Tech teaches people how to grow the seeds into plants. A machine inside the collection point compresses the bottles to prepare them for recycling.
The lid goes here and the bottle goes there. This machine compresses the bottles to shrink them into the smallest size possible, and then they are collected and sent to be recycled.
And people are already making the most of turning the trash into something else.
Every day after drinking a can or water bottle, instead of throwing it on the street, I throw it in here because they can take it and recycle it.
The compression process reduces the cost of transportation because instead of one truck carrying 100 kilograms, it can now carry up to 1 ton. The initiative also reduces the pressure on using the foreign currency to import the raw materials that Egypt does not produce. Green Tech hopes to expand across the country by building more collection points.
It will teach people how to sort out their waste, the plastic, the metal, for example, from other materials. It is a new culture that I hope we will learn from, and I hope we will change our habits in this area in particular.
The company will, in cooperation with the European Union, begin to set up collection points in schools and universities in Alexandria. And with that story, we've come to the end of today's edition of Business Incorporated. Thank you for being a part of the program. Do enjoy your weekend. I'm Bolaji Kumali.